Hey, what's going on, ladies and gents? This is Hollowfire, and today we are taking a look at something very special that I've been working on for quite some time. Now, no, this is not this map. This map is just a test map. It's just used for testing. But I have been working on my own custom perk, and I just finished up with the model today, so I wanted to show it off. I already had the scripting aspect done. It's already functional. It was functional before I had a model for it. But yeah, so let's get into it. So this is my brand new first custom perk called Space Cadet Cola. Now it has a lot of well, I guess just one that has a lot of variability. So let's check it out. So as you heard there, it's got some music on it. I'm debating on whether I want to keep that or add some lyrics to it. If I do end up adding lyrics, I will change the music just because the lyrics that I have written do not match the song. They don't fit, so I would have to change that. So let's get into the functionality of the perk. So you drink Space Cadet Cola, you get the perk, right? Alright, now what Space Cadet Cola does is when you get hit one time without Juggernog, twice with Juggernog, you get zombie blood for a couple seconds. Now, this effect is on a cooldown, so you'll see the zombies are ignoring me right now. If you have multiple players and the perk activates, the zombies will chase after a different player. But obviously I'm playing solo. And right there, you just heard the sound that signifies that the cooldown is completed. Now, I am using just some default sound effects that you probably might recognize. We have a sound effect for when the perk triggers. You heard it there. There's a sound effect for when you leave the perk's effect. Right there. And then there's one that you already heard for the cooldown ending. Now, this perk also has some other functionality and variability. So let me go grab Jug real quick. Alright, so you see that it takes 2 hits when you have Juggernog to trigger the effect. Alright, and then right now I just have it set to 10 seconds of the zombie blood effect. You saw that it took 2 hits with Juggernog to trigger the effect. Now, something that I've also added in is when there are less than 5 zombies, the effect does not trigger. It's 1 and 2. Alright, and you see it didn't trigger because there's only 1, 2, 3, 4 zombies. I did this so that you do not waste the effect when you're on, when there are only a few zombies left. You don't waste the effect and have to wait for it to cool down. So that's that. There's also a feature where if you get hit and then you don't get hit within 2 seconds, it won't trigger the effect. So I'm going to jump further on into the game to show off what the perk does with Widow's Vine. And I think that's one of the cooler aspects of what I've done with the perk, but I just want to show that off to make sure that we cover all the bases here. Alright, so here we are, round 4 just started, and I have purchased Widow's Vine. We're going to show off how the perk works with Widow's Vine. This would be much easier to show off if I did not have Jug, but I'll just explain it to you so you get some background first. So basically, when you have Widow's Vine, and you still have Widow's Vine grenades left, the perk will not trigger. So that means if I go ahead and I take 1 hit here, and then I run over here and get hit again, the perk effect didn't trigger, even though you can clearly tell there's more than 5 zombies. And the reason I've done that is so that if you're getting cornered and you have Widow's Vine, it doesn't waste the perk effect's trigger, just like the one where it doesn't trigger if there's only 4 zombies left. Well, if there's less than 5 zombies left, that is. And so I'm doing that because Widow's Vine basically gives you a ton of chances to escape, right? It webs all the zombies, and frankly, I believe it would just waste the perk effect if I allowed it to trigger with Widow's Wine, while you still have Widow's Wine grenades. So I've disabled that anyway. That can be changed. I'm pretty sure I have a variable that will let you change that if you feel like it. And the same goes for all of the numbers that I've been saying. So like the amount of time that you have the zombie blood effect, the amount of hits that it takes with and without Jug, all of those numbers can be changed, even the cooldown, as well as the time in between hits the effect doesn't trigger if you don't get hit within that window. So there's a lot of customization, a lot of functionality that you can change to make the perk function how you feel like you want it to if you don't feel like the default settings that I apply are good enough. Now as well, I have also included two versions of the perk bottle, as well as two versions of the perk shader icon. Now, the default ones that I have are the purple version at the bottom left for the perk shader, and there is what I call the Nebula version of the perk bottle. The Nebula version and the other version are both in the machine, even though it's really hard to see. But yeah, they're both in there, even though it kind of is hard to see. Unfortunately. I wanted that to be visible, but I guess I get to live with it as it is, because I don't want to change the model. Anyway, I'm just going to show off now something that I figured out a little bit earlier that I think I'm going to leave it as is. So if you only have one Widow's Wine grenade, and this only happens with Jug because Jug requires 2 hits, or if you change the default functionality without Jug to be more than 1 hit, if you only have one Widow's Wine grenade, but then you get hit twice, it still triggers the effect. I think I got hit 3 times there. Anyway. So that's that. Yeah. I think that's about it for the functionality, though I do want to show off the current perk bottle, and because you can see the perk shader, so I want to show off the perk bottle because I know you didn't get to see a good look at that. And then I will also show off the other perk shader that I've made, as well as the other perk bottle. Alright, so there's the hint string. I think I'm going to change that a little bit, but we'll see. So we are going to do a times... We're going to slow time down a little bit, just so you can properly see the bottle. So if you look at it, it's got like a nebula effect on it. The label also has a nebula on it. And in a second, I'll be right back to compare that to the other bottle type, as well as the other perk shader. Alright, I'm back once again, and this time we're going to be showing off the other perk shader as well as the other bottle. So we're going to slow it down one more time so you can see the bottle. Alright, and there you go. This one's just purple, and it has white on the label instead of the nebula. And there is the secondary perk shader that is black with like stars and a small planetoid / moon behind the helmet there. For all of you modders and mappers out there, changing the bottle and the perk shader, in case you didn't know, is just editing 2 simple lines. So pretty simple, not difficult in the slightest. And yeah, that's about it. I think that wraps up everything that I wanted to cover. Let me just let's go back to normal time, and we'll show it off once more. And there you go. So I'm going to be releasing this perk to the public as soon as I finish modifying all the things that I want to. Like I said, I'm contemplating adding lyrics to the Perk Jingle and Sting, so we'll see how that goes. I do need to still add lights to it, which should be easy enough, should be simple. But if all goes well, I will have it out at the end of this week at the latest. So yeah, I hope all of you enjoyed. I hope people are looking forward to using this perk, to putting it in their maps and whatnot. I'm really like happy that I've finally gotten to the point where I can show it off and show the model. It might honestly be a little tall, but that's no big deal. Anyway, I hope all of you enjoyed. I hope all of you are looking forward to this, and I'll see hopefully all of you soon in the future, maybe via message. Um, but we'll see. So I hope all of you have a good day, stay safe, and as always, peace out.